Newsflash, we have a big problem. Every year, my team and I ask thousands of professionals what their number one challenge is. 83% say self-confidence. To make things even more drastic, we do a confidence assessment with thousands of professionals around the world, and the average score is a 69%. That's a D- according to the North American grading system. And on top of that, 57% of the participants that take that assessment are C-suite executives. Now, can you imagine what the workforce would look like, what the community would look like, what your business would look like if you had just 10% more self-confidence? What would happen? Would you take more action? Would you ditch the perfectionist mindset? Would you break the imposter syndrome? Would you set healthy boundaries so that you're not constantly on burnout or doing things that just don't feel good or in alignment for you? Imagine what would happen if instead of 83% of professionals struggling with confidence, that went down to maybe 50% or 60%. Hi, my name is Natalina Nastradine. I'm the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You, and welcome to Rise Up For You TV. My team and I get the greatest honor of working with organizations and individuals like yourself around the world to enhance company culture, leadership, conflict communication, and all the people challenges that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, not only in the workplace, but also in our homes. And unfortunately, self-confidence is one of the biggest challenges we see. In fact, it's a personal mission of mine to help increase self-confidence around the world through our content and through our work. In fact, my best-selling book that you see right behind me is all about self-confidence and how we can break those limiting beliefs and actually take action in a positive way. So here at Rise Up For You, we actually have 5 C's to building clarity and self-confidence in your life. Today, I'm going to break down the first and the most important step, and that is crush limiting beliefs. Crush is the C, limiting those beliefs that constantly get in your way. When we coach, when we work with professionals, we have serious conversations on and on about what are the things that are stopping you from taking action and being the absolute best that you can be. And a lot of times, actually, I would say the majority of the time, the self-doubt is what's getting in the way. The ants that are in the mind, also known as automatic negative thoughts, are hindering us from taking action. The beliefs that we've built over years and years and years of our life are hindering us from us being the absolute best that we can be. So the very first step of rebuilding your confidence, because I'm a firm believer that we're all born with confidence, is to crush those limiting beliefs. So I'm gonna break down for you the 4-step process to crush limiting beliefs, the first C in our blueprint. Number 1 is write down any limiting belief that you currently have that's getting in the way of your success. It could be anything. It can be, I don't think people want to do business with me because I'm new. It could be, why would people listen to me? I just started this role. It could be, I don't think I'm a great leader because I have an accent. These are just some of the things that we hear on a day-to-day basis, right? Or I'm too young, so people don't listen to me. I'm a woman, so people don't like me. I'm a man, so people don't like, whatever it is, what's one limiting belief that you have right now? Now, by the way, we all have thousands, but just write down one that you believe is getting in the way today. That's the first step. Step number 2 is the backstory. Where does that belief come from? You see, all the beliefs that we have in our mind, they come from somewhere. Maybe they come from a childhood, they come from a past relationship, they come from a former workplace or a former boss that you had. Maybe they come from culture, maybe they come from society. I want you to identify the backstory of the limiting belief that you have, but I want you to dig deep. I want you to dig real deep. In fact, I want you to try to pin down a situation or an experience that brings back that emotion that's tied to that limiting belief. Because that's what we need to do to understand where it came from in the first place. Number 3 is identifying the behavior that this limiting belief is causing. All of us have behaviors, whether we recognize it or not. And our limiting beliefs are driving our behaviors. I always say that your belief system drives your behaviors, and I can tell what your belief system is based off of the behaviors. Your behaviors tell me everything. So I want you to ask you, what is this limiting belief creating in you behaviorally? Is it causing you to procrastinate? Is it causing you to be overly aggressive when you don't need to be? Is it causing you to be passive when you really want to raise your hand and say something? Is it causing you not to show up as your best at work? Is it causing you not to communicate because you're afraid of the consequences? What's the behavior that it's causing? And lastly, the last step of crush limiting beliefs is identifying how to break it. Now, this isn't cookie cutter. We all don't have the same mindset. We all don't have the same neural pathways, but it is important for us to identify, once we understand the limiting belief, once we understand the backstory, and once we understand the behavior, what do we need to do as an individual to empower ourselves to break that limiting belief so that the belief does not sabotage us, but in fact, we can rewrite the belief to serve us and our success. Now, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when we go through this 4-step process, we realize that the belief that's holding us back from our job is a leader that we had 30 years ago. And sometimes for individuals, just that alone is shocking. And the individual will say, I refuse to let that person still have power over me, and they break the belief. Once they realize where it's coming from, then they make the decision that, hey, I do not want this to sabotage me anymore. Now, I wanna be really clear in saying that everybody has self-doubt and we all have limiting beliefs. But this 4-step process, the crush limiting beliefs, the 4 Bs, is all about helping you manage the belief so it doesn't sabotage your success and hinder your ability to take action. And that is the key. The most successful people in the world, including myself, and I teach this every single day, we struggle with self-doubt. We have negative thoughts in our mind. That is part of the human condition. What I hope you gain from this today is the understanding of how to manage the belief so that you are able to move forward and take action despite some of the negative thoughts and beliefs that you have in your mind. Again, my name is Natalina Nasruddin. I'm the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You. Welcome to Rise Up For You TV. Thank you for joining us today. And please, anything at all, if you need us, head over to our website, riseupforyou.com. Click on that informative call and let us know how we can support you and or your team. I'll see you next time.